Hi. When there is no pump of any physical when there is no bump of any physical cause, what can cause nosebleeds? We're currently on the fruitarian lifestyle, been raw vegans for 3 years. My kids watch you as well as I. Thanks, Leslie. I love you, honey. Okay, so I take this as maybe in the kids. All I have to say is they're real thin capillary walls. I've seen this even in my grandkids before, and it's like, no, 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 no. I've seen this in other people too. You want to check that parathyroid gland. I'm back to that parathyroid gland. I'm adamant about making sure connective tissue is holding good. If not, this like a petechia where these little capillaries are breaking. I don't like that at all, because that's up in the head area to begin with, and you don't know how the shape of these vascular walls are up in the head area. Very scary, because you can have aneurysms in the brain all over the place, and nosebleeds like that, spontaneous nosebleeds out of nowhere, is a good example of high acidosis and that sort of thing, and a very weak connective tissue. Even though you're all raw, you might have a sinus or stuff up in here that needs to be cleaned out. With that said, I would detoxify my children a little more aggressively, get the sinuses cleaned out on the fruits and stuff, and I would think about that parathyroid. I really would. Even on a child with nosebleeds, I would put them on a glandular parathyroid and just a little bit of say a superfood blend for high calcium. See if you can't get that to stop and strengthen up. Because that's what I'd be doing, is strengthening up the connective tissue in these capillaries. Because you can, and you always see the bleeding when you're acidic. Notice that? The more acidic and inflamed an area is, the more it tends to bleed. Why? Brings in blood is alkaline. Blood is bringing in, the body's bringing in the alkaline to back up the acid. You see this in ionization, you see this in chemistry. That's the walk of chemistry. From one side to the other, there's only two sides of it. And it's like a waddling down the road. You waddle on this side, you waddle on that side. But the true food, ripe food that's designed for the human, is perfectly pH balanced to be base dominant over the acid side of chemistry.